trailhead for today then, and we're in the delightful little Cotswold village of Stanton Fitzwarren, just north of Swindon, and we're heading down there, which is called Mill Lane, but in actual fact was known as Station Road. Now you start to get the message. Map-wise this is a bit grim. I don't know why I bought this really. So you can see the line here coming from Swindon and heading to the terminus in Highworth. The bit we're walking is down here. Oh, we're going to have to wing it. Oh, that's worth a shot. In fact, this is us. Branchline, 6 or 7 miles from Swindon out to here. This is the level crossing gate. And then tucked into the hedge, this rather nice railway kissing gate. Rather substantial. Across the other side of the road, line of the railway. And that there, or a portion of it once was, the station porter's house. Didn't have anything so grand as a station master. We had a head porter. Of the level crossing and onward. Like a bit of a mystery tour. The railway here somewhere. With a branch line, 6 to 7 miles long to Highworth. Opened in 1883. Closed to passengers in 1953. Freight in 1961. It was built to bring fresh produce to the railway workers in Swindon. If you look carefully, you can just about make out the embankment. Following the line of the railway here. There's a better shot of the embankment, which as you can see is revetted with a Cotswold stone wall, not the usual wire and post fencing. The landowner must have negotiated some concessions for the use of his land. We now walk out onto the actual railway. That's where we came from. We now head in this direction. Over to our left we can just make out the views to Stanton Fitzwarren, where we started. Here's the remains of an old bridge abutment here, look. It's showing a bit of signs of wear. Now we're walking alongside the track. As you can see, there's the Cotswold stone revetment there. Oh, that's rather grand, you have to say. Oh, rather a nice day out in the countryside. Beautiful. And now if we turn in here, this was the site of an accommodation crossing, as they call it. Farmers can get from one side to the other. Just a little way down they had a bridge. Now they've got an accommodation crossing. They've got Cotswold stone revetments. They spent a fortune on this bit of line. That's the way that we've come from, slightly impenetrable, but luckily we're heading this way, along the old line, rather more accessible. Into a bit of a cutting here. In this part of the world you're either in a cutting or you're on an embankment generally, one or the other. There are the old rail posts up on the top just to You can keep checking where you're at. Got a wooden post. And now yet another accommodation crossing. This one rather a grand affair, you'd have to say. Still in use. Farmer for the use of. Well, that's very useful, isn't it? The map. Now we continue along the line of the railway. Here you can see the embankments sort of spread out, squashed down, and that's to spread the weight over the kind of marshy ground that there is around here. Such as you can see just by the trackside there. Looking back, there's a tapered concrete post there. That's a bit modern. And there's one there stuck in the undergrowth, being overtaken by ivy. Beautiful. It's like walking through a tunnel here, isn't it? In the days of steam, of course, the steam exhaust and smoke would have blown all that out of the way. And then here we come to a sort of a ramp on the side of the track with a wooden structure on the top, which is in fact just a folly as far as I can make out. But the ramp we're on, there's one on the other side as well, look, and this is another accommodation crossing. Amazing. Lunch today, cheese and pickle. We get rather a grand view from up here, I have to say. Rather elegant lunch stop. Survey the world. Just a folly, methinks. It's got a ramp for wheelchair access. And you can see the tapered concrete post down there, look, which proves this is railway built or railway maintained. And that's looking across to the opposite side. Whereas here you can see that there's a lot of concrete in the base of this particular bridge abutment, whereas there it's a lot of brick. That's curious. Taken from the track bed, of course. And now we're on the opposite side, if you like, looking back at our lunch spot over there. And then the ramp turns around and heads off down here. Getting back down to field level. Concrete post once again. And here, would you believe it, we have the remains of an old original gate. You are. Working hinges still. Absolutely amazing engineering. And there's the post on the other side for the gate. And you can prove that it's the actual gate post because hidden away in here, you know, this ivy is the old latch. And guess what? Still works. That's engineering for you. The only curious thing about the whole setup to me is that there's the ramp coming down from the overbridge. And it turns around and goes that way to where the gate is, which crosses the railway. Don't quite understand the logic, although there's kind of a track that runs in that direction which is parallel to the railway. Oh, perhaps that's it. Back on the trail. Views off to the side are probably what you'd expect this time of year. You have to wonder why Great Western built it and built it so well. I guess the answer must lie in Swindon and the new Swindon Works. Imported lots of workers, skilled workers into Swindon, and they needed food. Here was a bread basket as such, and so they built a line to supply their workers. according to the book, the area we're approaching now is the end of the line for us. The railway of course carries on for another 3 or 4 miles into Highworth. This area was an actual level crossing, and you'd never believe it, but there is the original level crossing gate. And absolutely wonderful. Substantial ironwork holding it together, but nevertheless, that, ladies and gentlemen, is an original level crossing gate. Absolutely unbelievable. The path that's laid out for us, I think, is along here, up there, and then we backtrack then. Well, that looks a better alternative, is to go along there, pick up the yellow trails through into there. Give it a shot. It just depends on picking up the yellow path. Oh, simples. Watch this space. And this has something to do with the railway. Although looking there, it looks a bit steep for a railway. Of course, the thing is to make sure that you're concentrating on looking for marker posts and not just concentrating on the camera. That's not very helpful. Nor is that. Well, that's the direction we've just come from, so that denotes a corner, so I reckon this is our path. Give it a shot. What could possibly go wrong? It's a well surface path. Christ. You wouldn't want that on your head. Came from up there somewhere. That of the chippings. Pretty. Oh, it's starting to close in a bit here. This is exciting, isn't it? Where you're sat. The occasional yellow blaze on a tree wouldn't go amiss. Yet another bridge. This is the same one we've been round in a circle. I don't think so. Into the big wood. And there's a tall stand of conifers there. I don't remember seeing those on the map. And that looks like something out of the Florida Everglades. Right, well, I didn't see that coming. Car park. What we need now is a "You are here." Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's right. No problems. And here, yellow path followed by a green path followed by a red path, I think. Well, I sincerely hope we don't meet him or her. Well, our path goes on down there, but signposted here on the left is a lake. We've got a shot on that. Long way to come. One of the locals. And the woodpecker's favourite tree. Certainly full of wildlife down here. Forest giant down here at some point. Right, there's reeds on our right, which must denote water somewhere, and a bridge, getting better. And a large body of water. A lake there. Better shot. Yeah, altogether a rather pretty location. Oh, which gets us back home. Right, around here, back across the bridge, to here. Now, our path goes up there. Was it yellow one, then red one, then green one, or yellow one, green one, then red one? I don't know. We're about to find out. Nice path. Come down here to a crossroads. It heads in that direction, hopefully. A little bit indistinct. I think we'll follow our nose from here. Well, I think that looks familiar. Fingers crossed. Yeah, here we are. The railway. Good. All we have to do now is follow it backtrack. Unless we see anything exciting to distract us. A lovely afternoon. Oh, now, what's that? It looks as if it had a sign screwed on it at some stage. Wonder what that said. Whistle. There's lots of crossings here. Wonderful. Well, wasn't that a nice day out? Lovely park to visit and look around. Some lakes, lovely historic railway. Couldn't ask for more. People around here are very fortunate, I would say, have this on their doorstep. Not beautiful. Right, now we actually came in and joined the railway just there on the left. But I'm kind of wondering whether to just carry on the track bed on the way home. Might be slightly illegal, but I'll keep quiet if you will. Let's give it a go. That's the way we came in, across that field. Line of the track. Railway sleeper bridge. An old rail doing duty as a post. Some gorgeous roseberry willow herb. An English summer. Beautiful. You can see it. There on our right is a slight depression, and that is actually the railway. Going off on a tangent here to meet the level crossing gates a little bit farther on. It's very difficult to show it on a camera. It's hard enough to see when you're out here. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is a railway fence post. Put money on it. It's a very small amount, but I'm not going in there to find out. Not with shorts on. And back to the original track we walked in on. Legal again. How lovely. Right, back to the old level crossing. That's it, folks. Job done.